Okay,
Welcome back to our personal nightmare. Alex, you got a point.
I was saying, because I'm so rudely interrupted by Drak's editing.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, you were.
So yeah, games
Thanks,
back...
Editor Drak.
So I was talking about games back then being a lot more difficult. A lot of it can be chalked up to, of course, that was because they were still designing with the arcade mentality.
A lot of that stuff can be chalked up to what you confronted Larry Bundy about.
Yeah, well, anyway. It was like people were still designing with the arcade mentality, but also this is something apparently Disney had figured out, and that's why they made like The Lion King so damn hard.
Yeah. They made them to be quarter munchers.
They got, quarter munchers, but they also got to a point where it's like, hey, kids will rent this, but if we make the game too easy, they'll just rent it and they will beat it in
exactly.
One sitting. So if we make it really difficult, then they'll have an incentive to go buy the game instead of just renting it.
Yes, so instead, this is what a lot of people that I'm friends with call the rental muncher theory, because that's pretty much what it is like if you made it too easy, like say, and this is not me criticizing it, the Super Nintendo Aladdin was really easy. Because you could cruise through that in a sitting. Like I literally the Christmas day that I got the Super Nintendo Aladdin, I beat it that day.
Wow.
Yeah, it's not that hard. But the Genesis Aladdin, yet to beat. I've gotten to Jafar, but I've never beaten him, just because it's built like a frickin' quarter muncher.
I can't remember if we ever beat Aladdin, Alex.
I don't know about Aladdin, but you definitely finished The Lion King.
I know I did.
And The Lion King was hard.
Because Andrea is one of those people that would literally take like $20 to an arcade and just pump into it. So believe it or not, this is actually supposed to be like the shield generator / what the designers at Sculpture Software would expect the actual canon of the Death Star to look like. And so that's the boss of the shield generator.
Okay.
I actually kind of like that. That's an ingenious idea. We got radio voice.
The shield explodes, leaving the Death Star unprotected.
Yay! Except it wasn't exploded. Well, maybe it was. But,
it was.
But we didn't have the scene where Chewie's in an ATST. No. They got to take it out. So now we're going to be playing as Luke inside the Death Star. And you're going to love this part because there's a specific bit of wonderfully added sound design in this game, in this portion of the game.
I can barely hear anything, so.
Yes, it's mainly because I probably have turned it down a little bit too much. It's the same music you've been hearing this entire time, though. So, unfortunately, that's one of the criticisms that does get leveled with Super Return, is that it didn't have as many interesting tracks from the original soundtrack.
I know, it's the same 3 songs.
Yeah, Empire didn't either, but at least at that point, what they did cleverly was that they played different portions of the scores in different parts of the levels. So it made it sound like they had more tracks than they actually did. Return didn't do this.
Jeez. That's
It's just the Imperial March over and over and over again.
Yeah, more specifically, the Return of the Jedi Imperial March. And it's just, even I will admit it's bad. But here's the thing.
Because that's the Emperor's theme. I can hear it.
Yeah, this is the Emperor's theme. So at that point, like, Empire, if you guys don't remember, a lot of the levels just had the Imperial theme. Because that's what they had. Except in some portions of the game, you get different tracks from, like, Dagobah or Cloud City, things like that. So it was inventive how they actually did it. I will at least compliment them on this. I know a lot of kids these days would probably look at this as lazy game design, but this is what was allowed back in the day. But I do agree with your theory. Yes, these things were made to be quarter munchers, so to speak, or at least be frustrating enough that in a weird way, kids would remember them for being frustrating. It's in a lot of cases why a lot of people have endearing love for games like Castlevania and Ghosts and Goblins and Contra.
Ghosts and Goblins.
Because they work the exact same way.
Yeah,
so
they were really hard.
Yeah, they were really hard. And when you beat it, it was very satisfying to do. But a lot of people, even I will confess, I never beat any of those games until I was like in my teens or even in my 20s. Because as a kid, I couldn't keep up. And that's another deceptive practice that a lot of companies did too. It's like, yeah, kids don't have the dexterity yet. They think they do, but they don't. Thanks, game designers. I love the lightsaber sound. I really wish that they had done something with the prequels with this, because you would have had some interesting levels to be able to do awesome stuff with, including, and I swear we will play this if I can ever get my hands on it, Jedi Power Battles, which is a beat 'em up based in the prequel trilogy. So like all the people you play as are Jedi.
Right.
So you can play as Mace Windu with a blue lightsaber, because he didn't demand they didn't give him a purple one yet.
Is it a game like this?
No, it's basically like Final Fight or Streets of Rage,
Oh.
except in 3D.
In 3D.
What is this called?
Star Wars Jedi Power Battles. It originally was exclusive to the Dreamcast. Well, you all know how that turned out. And years later, it, I believe, got ported to PS2. And then I think it also got a Sega port? Or no, a PC port, sorry. I might be wrong about that, but
Well, let's find out.
the Dreamcast it was on, because I know, because me and my brother, we still have like traumatic flashbacks of trying to beat that game. And fuck Darth Maul. Just fuck him. Absolutely. He was made way too tough. And I get that you could like the goal of it was if you beat him, then you got to unlock him. So he was then available to play. Except you didn't give him with his dual lightsaber, sons of bitches. You gave him one lightsaber. What the hell?
Oh,
Let's
not
see.
the
PlayStation,
not like the
Dreamcast,
twin
Game
Oh, the
blade.
original PlayStation. That's the one I'm thinking.
Not the twin blade like.
Nope. He's twin blade when you fight him as a boss fight. But when you get to play as him, we even confirmed it. It's one lightsaber.
Well, that sucks.
It's like, really? You made us go through all this effort just for one red light? Dude, there's a Jedi named Ali Galia that has a red lightsaber in this game. Oh, by the way, news voice.
The shield generator.
Oh, the shield generators are
I
down.
know.
No, it is the news voice. Lando Calrissian. Well, we missed it. Sorry, guys. You don't know what's going on anymore.
The shield is down. All your crap. What?
All aircraft, readjust positions. I can't remember the exact
Yeah.
line.
It's a trap, man.
This is just an emulation of one of my favorite levels in Super Star Wars, the X-Wing fight, which you got to do a little bit of in Empire in Cloud City, but not too much.
Cloud City.
Except in my opinion, this is way easier because you didn't have different targets. In Super Star Wars, you had to take out towers plus ties. This one, they just said, oh, we'll give you different ties, but you just have a general number. Do the general number, and then you'll be just fine. And unfortunately, I suck at trying to get the hearts. I really do.
They look like you can't even reach them.
And you can barely hear it, Alex, right now, but there is a different track playing right now.
Yeah, I can hear it though.
It's the Death Star theme, I believe.
Yeah, it's the battle.
Well, I
the
bet
Death
you
Star battle
could
theme.
hear it if we turned off the AC.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think my solution didn't really work out. We'll make it work, but I think the solution ultimately is we gotta get a new TV. We love this TV. It's gonna be sad to let it go, but its purpose has been fulfilled in this office. Oh, and by the way, I'm hoping to have this up by now, but you guys will be able to see our office tour that you guys have been begging for a while. Welcome, young Skywalker. I've been expecting you. I'm looking forward to completing your training. In time, you will be calling me Master.
You aren't wrong. You're wrong. You won't convert me as you did my father.
My eyes are glowing.
I love the fact they brought in the Emperor's theme for this. Because in 16-bit, it just sounds so good. So for some reason, we're not handcuffed and have Imperial guards next to us or anything like that. We just, yeah. We're just in the Death Star.
We're running amok.
This almost looks like recycled elements from Cloud City.
No, you're trying to escape because you killed the Emperor. You threw down.
This is Assassin's Creed all of a sudden. We're trying to find a safe spot.
And now you're on the run because you're wanted because you killed the Emperor.
Yeah, we have tons of notoriety. We need to lay low.
That would make sense, though.
It would.
I'm
It
just
would.
kidding.
Okay, so obviously, believe it or not, this particular level isn't too bad, too hard, anything like that. All you got to do is just when you have thermal detonators, use it. But you'll notice that the scaffolding breaks. Did you notice that, Alex?
Oh, I'm seeing it
does.
now.
This will play in later. I'm just gonna tease that. This will play in later, and this is like a very clever way to hint that this is a thing you'll have to deal with. So if I just sat still, swinging my lightsaber around, I could actually break the platform and fall.
Have you watched any of the last season of Clone Wars yet?
I have not yet. I still need to get to the Mandalorian. That's the thing.
What's the...
I love the fact that a lot of our viewers are thoroughly convinced that Andrea has to handcuff me down to a chair and just make me watch them.
Where's the last season start, or what's the season? Season 7 or season 6?
Season 7, yeah.
I can't remember.
I don't know all of the details, but I know that some of it is based on the war to occupy Mandalore. So I'm already interested in that one because they brought back our buddy Ahsoka to help out with it. And so we actually have some additional lore with Mandalore. It's great. It's great. And Alex, do you want to know why it's great?
Why?
Because it is the way.
Okay.
You haven't watched The Mandalorian either.
No.
Yeah, there's
Have you ever considered
there's an
watching it?
ongoing
Yeah, I considered it.
there is an ongoing joke in there that a lot of the like when they state what they're supposed to do as Mandalorians, their leader will just sit there and go, "It is the way," and then they will repeat it. So it's just like, "It is the way. It is the way." It's why when Shay put up her tweet that she was watching The Mandalorian, I put up the meme of "It is the way."
It is the way.
It is the way. Damn right, it is the way. All right. No, I haven't gotten to Clone Wars yet. I do want to get to it though. And also, I'm slightly interested in. There's talk of a new Star Wars series, and I'm forgetting the premise, but I was interested in it.
Is it like the underworld of Coruscant?
No, it's the High Republic.
Oh.
Just because it's going to be in a time based before even the Old Republic. The only thing I don't like is that they're only highlighting female characters, and I'd like to see some guys highlighted too.
Wasn't there a little season where it was like called Resistance or something?
Yes, and it's over. It got canceled after 2 seasons, I think.
You know, I hate it when they start a season and they just end up canceling it, and then you're
Well,
like,
because nobody latched onto it. I don't even think it was Dave Filoni writing it. They basically wanted to... This was another post-Last Jedi deal to get people to watch the new trilogy. But by then, Last Jedi had happened and nobody was invested in the new trilogy. They wanted to see old trilogy stuff. Hence why they decided to resurrect the last season that Dave Filoni was working on for Clone Wars. So, yeah, that's why. So it lasted 2 seasons because nobody really embraced it. No, the High Republic I'm interested in because, like, I love the Old Republic. The Old Republic has a lot of really cool design ideas. For crying out loud, they actually kind of... They take a different opinion of the Sith. Like, the Sith aren't evil in the Old Republic. They're just more emotional than the other Jedi. The best way to look at this is... You've never seen Star Trek, right? But if I say what a Vulcan is, you know what that is?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, the way that in the Old Republic they view the Jedi, they're Vulcans. Emotionless. They can't have emotions. And all that Sith are basically emotional Jedi. Because they believe that, you know, their feelings will actually guide them on the path that they need to go. And I like that idea. Like, the dark side isn't necessarily evil. It's just misunderstood in a way.
Right.
So I like that concept. The only thing I'm having a problem with is they're highlighting the female characters, and somebody was telling me that one of the motion capture actors for the Old Republic, the game, was going to be brought in as one of the troopers. And I love the guy. I'd want to see him get a job. Yeah, by the way, that was the boss. The Imperial Guard.
Wow.
I'm just that awesome. I killed him before he even had a boss beater. And now, further up the tower we go. But unfortunately, you're gonna have to wait till next time.